If you've heard anything about investing, you've probably heard of the S&P 500. People say things like, just invest in the S&P 500. The market averages 10%. The S&P 500 beats most investors, but no one ever stops to explain what it actually is. So today I'm going to explain the S&P 500 in the most simple way possible so that a beginner could understand it. Welcome to the Wealth Manual, where we teach long-term wealth thinking on a daily basis. Today we're going to be explaining the S&P 500 and breaking it down for beginner investors. We're going to be talking about what the S&P 500 actually is, why so many people invest in it, and how owning it means owning real pieces of hundreds of companies. So, what is the S&P 500? At its core, the S&P 500 is a list of the 500 largest companies in the United States. Not one company, not one stock. It's a group. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Google, all together. Okay, all together. When people say the market, they're usually talking about the S&P 500. Okay, guys, so we're talking about how the S&P 500 is a collection of the 500 largest companies in the United States, okay? So I'm going to show you today why it's so effective and why it really is a protective investment and it's a stable and low risk investment, okay? So let's say we have a company A, right? We put all of our money into company A, right? This is the only company that we're invested in, right? Let's say that company A's stock tanks, okay? What happens to our money, guys? Gone, okay? Company A tanks, our money, gone, okay? We lose that investment. We lose out on this investment that we made, okay? Because company A completely tanked and we were completely invested in the company A. On the other side, though, this is a visual representation of the S&P 500, guys. You see how there's multiple pie slices now in my little pie? This is the visual representation of diversification, okay? So we've got Google, we got Tesla, we've got another company over here, we got ChatGPT, we've got Apple, we've got Microsoft, we've got Twitter, right? I can invest $100 into this one pie now. And out of this $100, my $100 goes to 500 different companies. I'm equally invested into all of them. So let's say Tesla goes down. Let's say even Apple goes down. Heck, let's say Twitter goes down. But let's say Microsoft goes up. Let's say ChatGPT goes up. Let's say Google goes up. Let's say this company goes up. Let's say this company kind of stalls out. It all evens out, okay? I'm diversified. I'm hedging my risk, okay? If Tesla goes down, Microsoft goes up to hedge it. If Apple goes down, ChatGPT kind of goes up. This kind of stays consistent. This goes up. Hey, this might go down 1 week. This might go down 1 week, but this Google goes up. Tesla may then go up, okay? So you see here, I'm diversified now, okay? And I'm not hedging my investment on one company, but 500 of the best companies at that, guys. Okay, so this is why the S&P 500 is so powerful, guys, because you have 500 companies, okay, that are basically balancing each other out. This is probably the most balanced investment that you can make as an investor is the S&P 500, and this is a visual representation of why. When you invest in the S&P 500, you don't pick one slice. You buy the whole pie. That's diversification.